Hello, Tempton laddies. Welcome back to part 2 of What If Warlock Was in My Hero Academia. In the first part, I went over how he met Toga and fixed her power, or like her quirk. And yeah, but in that video that I did, and she asked him about what does the zero do? Well, think about it as like if all for one. The villain's name thing, like the quirk called all for one. But my power surpasses his because he only cares about quirks. Like he takes your quirk and gives it to someone else. But it's more complicated than that. But my power is different. See, me and him have almost the same thing, but mine I can take away what the what you called side effects, or completely change it. Like I could just give you the whole different quirk on command. And yeah. Plus, if a person has a half a quirk, I can give them like the full quirk. If example would be like if someone used electricity, but every time they use it, they shock themselves. Holes. Yeah, I'm. As he starts to giggle at himself. Me and my friend and is weighing me down, aren't they? So Toga loves him because he knew that. So what the infinity power does? Well, the infinity allows me to have. There's basically like 6 groups of them. Like each one corresponds to each of the entire universe. Like mind, soul, power, time. I always get this sometimes wrong, but it's power, soul, time, reality, mind, or like something. I forgot. So, as Toga, as Warlock tells her that he won't bore her to death by it, so it's basically like, hi, or welcome, or sorry for the what, or this thing, called interruptions. Where we left off, in the one that I got interrupted by, in this part, the the Toga was basically, or actually, Warlock tells her that he won't bore her to death by how much explaining that he has to do, but he will put it simply, as some people say, simply as the person's intuition. Like, they know that of course, he says that infinity is inside all of us, but I'm the only one that can use it. Plus, for mine, if I had to give it to someone else, like you, Toga, I'm as he wanted to tell her, but he just doesn't want to, like, scare her with the. But Toga knows that that she asks him when, and if that power goes, if you gave it to me, what would happen? As Zuko, or as Warlock explains that, please don't tell anyone else, but I'm afraid that, remember if a power falls into a wrong hands and then the entire world gets destroyed thing, you know that saying? Yeah, from like movies and TV shows. Yeah. Well, if I gave that power to you, it will, like, corrupt you. Like, turn you into go from innocent little Toga to a real psycho murderer, her thing. Like, as he explains that it's just, he doesn't want any of that to get corrupted by the, because it pains him, as Toga's she did not realize that it must be terrifying to be constantly afraid of giving a person's quirk or that power to someone, and it makes them corrupted. And so, yeah, as Toga, she knows that he got very close to him and whispers that she doesn't care her, because she knows that she doesn't want his power, because for his love, as she tells him that I'm more of the love kind of girl. Oh, and find true love thing. I don't want her power, her. So, and I know that you're probably right, and you wielding that much power of two most overpowered powers, ours is like, come on. Give some of us a chance to fight back if you go berserk. But then, of course, Toga wanted to, like, finish that sentence, but Warlock just kissed her right on the lips. Him. As her entire face turned brightest red that she ever had. You know how, like, those anime characters where they thought about something and their face goes completely red, like, example would be Ochako. Oh, yeah. Like, her face turns brightest red, like she flushes. As he can, or as, yeah. He turned away after he did that. As he apologizes to her. But Toga enjoyed it. As she says, no need to apologize. I really enjoy having someone like you. As as she wants to go round 2 of it. So, as his power hour of time allows him to stop time. Only 2 people that were unaffected by it is him and Toga, because Toga's near him, or like the hugging him. So they were making out for a last 4 hours. That's what they. Yeah. So she's kind of like, in this what if she is not a normal Toga like from the canon, but she actually has a boyfriend now in this what if compared to canon version, where in the canon version, spoilers ahead, the Zuko, who knows that he wants to become a hero, and Toga wants to make some friends, but she keeps killing them. Yeah. Or trying to stab at them to become them. But, yeah. But in this alternate thing, Toga finally gets a boyfriend that truly understands her pain thing. And he fixed it by just simply using his power. Yeah. So now get to modern day, or at USJ. The Zuko, or so the villains and were like doing all that stuff. Mr. Ozawa does that stuff. As some of the, as Zuko, or as Warlock knows that he's just afraid that the people, or he doesn't want to, yeah. So he uses his quirk that he used, hers, as he tells them, as all the, like, every single person's back got popped, and yeah, they all just, as Mr. Aizawa is like, man, as for the Nomu, as Zuko, actually, Warlock, is he's mumbling under his own breath. The only person that was hearing him was actually Zuko. Or actually, Toga understands as he jets off. He hits the Nomu right in the brain, destroying the brain, as he punched him in the chest, as he says, you have shock absorption, don't you? As Shreki-sen says, yes, this creature was designed. Here, let me go to him, the Nomu, as Shreki-sen tells him, says, we have a smart person. You knew you on your there in the Pro Heroes team. As he looks at Mr. Aizawa, Mr. Aizawa was knocked out, but he used one of his hands things to give him the knife, as he imbued it with, he made it super long, as he blames whoever made it needs to be buried alive, as he tells the Nomu that whoever created you should end up just die by my own hands, as his threatening aura, as he walks, as the Nomu who is mobilized, like his entire body, the entire quirks couldn't, then, as even Kirigiri's entire body, could, immediately almost, shuts down. As Shraki-sen says, what's going on? Why are you, it's when I am in this raged form, as Toga could sense bloodlust, hatred for his own friend, or not his own friends, but as he looks at the Nomu, and he tells him that he is corrupted by, or he was corrupted by someone that made him, as he was very mad, as he cuts the Nomu's head clean off, as he grabs the Nomu's brain and crushed it with his hand, as he as he tears the Nomu to shreds, as he as it bothered him way too much. And so, yeah, imagine being in his shoes, not the Nomu, but the Warlock's shoes, of living in constant fear of giving it to someone that you barely know, and the person that has the power becomes corrupted. And yeah, only he can't become corrupted because he was born with it. He's immune to all the negative effects that symbolizes the emotions. That's why he's always in constant fear of when one misstep could cause the entire world to end. But he knows that Toga only wants to marry him for the love part, not for his power. That's what should be happening in this modern, or in the real world. Some people like getting like marrying a person for their money or their fame. Just marry who they are. Her. Like, it's not, I'm not saying like the old gets married to someone that's too young. I'm not saying that. Like, if, like, say someone like Zuko gets married to, not his sister, to get married to Ochako. Is okay. But if it's like Midnight Hate and the Mountain Lady gets married to Zuko, that's a whole different story. It's not okay to... Okay? Because I already seen what some of them do. Yeah. So, yeah. The Zuko ends up becoming, the most powerfulest person, or, of course, that's my opinion. Like, I just can't imagine in a alternate version of My Hero Academia thing would be like, you have Zuko who got one for all, and he wants to save his sister. That's okay. Because imagine in that parallel universe compared to the canon version of My Hero Academia thing, like real world thing. Yeah, so just imagine so let's get back into it before I start mumbling like an idiot that I am. I said I am, so I only do these videos once in every, like, except for those ones that are, like, I really need to cool off, kind. So, like, if there's a lack of videos, I'm sorry. Right. So, now, let's get back into the what if. Okay, so, Zuko, who was basically, so, Warlock was scared. Or, now, he acts like his own sister that wants to watch a world burn thing. Like she's like kills everything. As he, yeah, so he walks away. As Shiraki-sen stops him, not like try to touch him, but he says, "Wait, who are you?" First of all, as he says, "I'm Warlock. My first name's War, last name's Lock." Yeah, so Warlock, huh? You're the You have a weird aura going around you. No. So tell me, the why did you beat my creature so easily? It was designed to face off against a symbol of peace. He's, but you destroyed it in 1 second. As he says, as Warlock turns around, as he says that the only thing that really makes me mad and is the corruption. Makes me mad. So we're both basically the same. You think the pro heroes, oh, you think the justice or the all that stuff, as he really says it, then you're just like some people that I do know, who from my childhood. You just want to watch a world burn. Hurtin', hurtin', aren't you, Shiraki-sen? As Shiraki-sen and him exchanged looks. Not out of hatred or fear, but they both, like, stands. You know how the in like Attack on Titans, those two guys is he's like hit each other's in the back, but not out of anger or fear. Like they both like clung. Yeah, that's what Shiraki-sen and him did. And so, as he walks away, and his friends and are like standing out in the outside thing. So Kirigiri walks Shiraki-sen away. As All Might Nate tells him, or tells him that, ooh, okay, so And the last part that I did was, or like the one before, was there was only 4 minutes on it. So on this one, sorry if this video is a little bit shorter than normally. So peace out, y'all.